Hello, everyone. Welcome to our top 10 Christmas movie countdown with my special guest, Danny After Dark. I've been planning something like this for a long time, but I didn't know who to do a collab with, so I thought Danny would be cool to do it with me, and she gladly accepted, and so here we are.
Hi,
And
James. Thank you for having me. This is going to be so much fun.
yes, it will be. Now, let's see if I can see my actual thing here. Uh,
And I got
okay,
dressed up for the occasion. This makes a lot of noise, but it's a really cute cat holiday sweater. So
nice.
I got it just for this.
Okay, I'm adding my moderators here. Okay, Paulcast, you now have a wrench, and now Mimi. Oops. Okay, Mimi. Here we go. Add moderator. Okay, let's see if Bill's got one. Okay, we need Bill. I'll give him one.
Bill loves to use his wrench.
Yeah, Nick Pantazzi. Okay, we'll just get all this settled first and make sure everybody's wrenched up that needs to be wrenched that I trust, and I know I trust Nick.
Yeah, Nick's a cat guy. He can be trusted.
Oh, Nick, he already has one. I think.
Look at Bill. Give me a wrench.
Yeah, Nick has a wrench. Bill's got one now. Surface spins. I can give you one. Hold on, just a second here. Let's see. Where's Nick? George is here. Nice.
Oh my gosh, so many of you guys. Hello.
Oh, we gotta do the birthday boy.
Oh,
You
of
got a wrench
course,
now, birthday boy.
Richard.
Now we gotta
Happy
do
birthday,
surface spins.
Richard. So exciting.
Add
Richard's like,
moderator.
what, 24, 25? Young hot thing.
We'll wait till we get a little more people coming in, and then we'll do this. We'll just wait for a little more people to show up, and that will give me some time to wrench up the people that need to be wrenched.
Of course.
Davis is here.
Hi, Davis.
Okay, you're a mod now, Davis. Christopher, I gotta wrench you. There we go. He is now movies and grooves. Okay, I'm gonna give you one too, because I know you. Just want to make sure everybody. I think we're pretty good for now. And so, did you do your homework, Danny?
James, I painfully did my homework. Yes. I was stressing out, but I did it. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. I hope I have some movies that you won't expect or people won't expect. And likewise, I hope to hear some from you that I didn't think of.
Yeah, and I have without really showing it much, giving away, but I got all this here. And that's why I'm hiding it on the side so you don't know what it is. But I got a few, and I got three honorable mentions for later, which I forgot to put on the list. So you'll see what those are after.
James, you're the host, so you break any rule you want.
Of course, I'm going to break the rules. And so what we're going to do is how this is going to work. You know, you do you go from number 10, you do your 10, then I do my 10. We work our way up to number 1, kind of like that. And then later on in the show, before we shut this whole thing down later on, Richard, you're going to have a special guest star come on here and sing happy birthday to you.
Ooh. Well, I'm already up here, so let's not spoil it. Oh, not me? Okay.
No, it's someone else. And you already know who that is, Danny.
I do. I got the inside information.
Yeah.
James, before we start, you are looking very festive. Can we see your holiday sweater?
Sure, let me make myself big. Of course, we can show that.
Love
We got
it.
the Grinch, and it says, "Old Grinchy Claus is back."
That is so cool.
And now I'll make you big so you can show yours. Hold on, let me exit. Okay, now your turn.
Okay.
All right, let me make you
So
big.
it is, let's show my chest. Santa driving his sleigh of cats.
Oh, that's so cute. I like that. That's
Adopt,
awesome.
don't shop, everybody. Adopt, don't shop.
Mm-hmm. Pull this back a bit there. That's better. So we're in widescreen. I wonder if this is all. Wait. Okay, I gotta give Mark a wrench. If he doesn't already have. Nope, he doesn't have one. Okay, here we go. Hello. Okay, add moderator. Okay, Mark, you have a wrench now.
With great power comes great responsibility, you guys.
All right, I think we got a decent amount of people. I think we're ready to start.
Awesome.
All right, so now we're going to start our top 10 Christmas movie countdown. So we're going to start with number 10. So we're going to start with Dani.
Okay, my number 10 is, and I know there's some debate on what, I have my typed notes, pages on pages.
Nice.
My top 10. Okay, so my first one. Again, there's some debate whether it's a Halloween or Christmas movie. I think you can fall into each, but for mine, number 10, it is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Classic. And
Yep.
I agree, it could work both. It could work both ways. It could be a Christmas and it could be a Halloween movie, whichever way you want to look at it.
It's funny because at Halloween in the stores, I saw shirts for Nightmare Before Christmas, and then this Christmas when I was shopping for this, I saw again Nightmare Before Christmas like T-shirts and sweaters, and it can go either way. It's a classic. It was around when I was a kid, so I have fond memories of it for that. And the songs are so cool. I mean, I know it's more for kids. So cool.
Well, definitely. So now my number 10 is, now this is a Christmas movie through and through. And a lot of people are going to be shocked what movie I chose. And it's one of my favorites. And I'm going to make myself big for this because you can see the Blu-ray better.
Oh.
And I chose Gremlins. Because this movie takes place during Christmas time. Even though it came out in July of 1984, this is a Christmas movie all the way through the movie. And I just think this movie is cute. It's funny. There's a bit of horror in it, but not too gory or anything like that. But this movie is Christmas at its best. And I always love the scene when Stripe jumps in the pool at the community swimming pool and makes all the gremlins, and then you see them running, but they're all stop motion animation, and you see them running down the street and they're climbing over each other and giggling. They're going, "Let's go, yum yum." And then they're trying to go to find food. And then the other scene that I love is when they're in the theater and they're watching Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and one of them's got the popcorn boxes on his ears, and they're all singing "Hi Ho."
Those are awesome.
So that's that one. Now we're going to go on to, as John Lennon once said, number 9. Number 9.
Well, James, I know why me and you get along so well, because great minds think alike. Yes. My number 9 was Gremlins.
Oh my God.
Yep, my number 9 was Gremlins. Again, that came out when I was a kid, and I just love the, just don't feed them after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes for all of us.
Well, Gremlins. A very good one. So
yep, you captured it better than I could. So,
well, I want your explanation too. Tell me what your favorite scenes in Gremlins are.
Oh, I mean, I know. Okay, this is weird, but I know that people, when they turn in, from good to bad, if you will, I tend to always go towards the dark side, hence Standing After Dark. But I think they're still so cute when they're bad. I don't find them scary or evil. I'm like, oh, they're so cute. I want to hold them.
I know, right?
So, yeah, I think that's more of my favorite is, I think when everybody else is terrified of them, I'm like, oh, they're still so cute.
And I like the part when they go to Mrs. Deagle's house and they go, I have to go into my mic to do the deep voice to go, Deagle, Deagle, Deagle. And then when they're outside pretending to sing the Christmas carols, and then they mess with her chair, and she goes up the stairs and out the window. That scene cracks me up too. I love that.
There's so many good scenes from that movie, so it's so hard to, like you said, just say, oh, this is a great one. Or there's so many. So
And there's one thing in the chat here in the peanut gallery. This James's mom. Is this a? I don't know if this is a troll or what.
it's a troll.
Can someone take out James's mom? Take them out. All right. So now my number 9. Okay, I don't have video DVDs or Blu-rays for most of them, but so we're just gonna. I only have a certain few. But the next one I chose is for my number 9 is the Santa Claus with Tim Allen, the first one. So the trilogy is good, but the first one is always the best one.
Yes.
And they couldn't have chosen a better person to play Santa Claus than Tim Allen. And that was at the height of his show Home Improvement.
Yep.
Where I like at the beginning when Santa falls off the roof and he's all panicking, then he has to put on the suit and become Santa Claus, and only his son believes him, and his wife is like doubting it, and then all of a sudden when you see them on the sleigh and everything, then she's like, "Oh my God, this is so cool."
Yeah.
Then his wife leaves him or something. I think they were divorced, if I remember. It's been a long time. Star Power, how you doing? Okay, hold on, Star Power. I gotta give you a wrench.
The bond between Tim Allen and his son in that movie that's one of my favorite things on that movie.
I know. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. The little kid, I forget the little kid's name, the actor's name, but he's, oh my God, such a cute little kid.
Now we move on to number 8.
So my number 8, if I did not put this on my list, my hubby said he was going to reconsider our marriage. So,
ooh.
Yeah, he was.
We don't want that.
No, and for good reason. So my number 8 is Die Hard. And every Christmas Eve we watch Die Hard. We've done it's like a tradition now, and usually we fall asleep before the movie even ends. And I know many people, there's this big debate if Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not. So I consider it one. I think Bruce Willis does an amazing job in the movie. It has Carl Winslow from Family Matters playing a cop. So, I mean, you can't beat that. But it's just so good. It's so, so good. So, and me and Mr. Beckham went to LA when we did the walk to the Hollywood sign, the tour guide, the man that did the tour pointed out the building where a lot of the scenes were filmed from the movie. So that was really, really cool to see that from that high up. So that is my number 8, Die Hard.
So my number 8 is Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland and Margaret O'Brien.
Oh, that's old school.
I absolutely love this movie. I just recorded it on. It was on a couple of weeks ago on Turner Classic Movies. I still have to watch it. That movie is so beautiful. I love all the songs in there. Clang, 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 went the trolley. I love that. But my favorite scene is when Margaret O'Brien runs out in the snow and she's smashing all the snowmen down, and then Judy sings "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." I always tear up at that scene because it's sad, but such a beautiful song.
Yeah.
And nobody can sing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" like Judy did. A lot of people have tried, but I think they all butcher it. But Judy Garland is the best to sing that song. Have you seen that movie?
I've seen it a long time ago, so I don't remember a lot of the details, but I do remember her singing that song, and she does a great job.
You have the wrench now. Sorry. Yeah, it's such a great film. I mean, a lot of people have to realize that even classic movies can be amazing as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, classic movies too come with in my opinion, a lot of memories. It's who did you watch it with? Was it a tradition growing up with family or with friends, or there's a lot to it. So I think they create a lot of good memories, and that's what it's about.
What was your number 8 again?
My number 8 was Die Hard.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. So now we're going to move on to number 7.
Number 7. So my number 7, and I know I'm going to get made fun of for this. It's called The Night Before. So I don't know if you've heard of that, James.
I've heard of that one. Isn't that comedy?
Yes, it is with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'm a huge Joseph Gordon-Levitt fan. Seth Rogen, and Anthony Mackie. And for those who, I won't give it the whole premise away, but for those who don't know it, it's a comedy like James mentioned. And one of the gentlemen is about to become a first-time father. So it's the holidays, and they realize that their typical kind of guy annual holiday tradition is going to be coming to an end. They want to make it memorable. So they go out in search of what's known as the Holy Grail of Christmas parties in New York. And what happens along their way is so funny. I love that movie. Again, I'm a huge Joseph Gordon-Levitt fan. So that is my number 7, The Night Before.
All right. My number 7 is a classic from 1951.
Ooh.
And they've colorized this film, which I think is stupid. Leave the classics in black and white. If they're black and white, don't colorize them, please. It just makes them look like shit. Okay, so this one stars Alistair Sim, and this is the best version of A Christmas Carol. And every Christmas, I try to record it if I remember.
The chat will take care of the trolls.
Yeah. Okay, I got to concentrate on this. I get panicky about that.
Don't worry, James. We got it.
Okay, so Christmas Carol is my favorite version of the story. I mean, there's been other ones that are decent, but none can hold a candle to this one because I like the fact it's black and white, and I like all that old-timey Christmas kind of feel with the period costumes and stuff like that. And Alistair Sim is great as Ebenezer Scrooge. And I like the Ghost of Christmas Present because it's like the Grim Reaper kind of thing, but that is the creepiest Ghost of Future of Christmas Present. That is the scariest look for in any Christmas Carol movie I've seen, and that's one of my favorites. Hey, John, how you doing? I got to give you a wrench, John. Yeah.
John, my fellow Massachusetts friend. That was so funny, James. You're just tell us how you really feel about them making it into a color movie.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, now we move on to number 6.
Number 6. Again, another comedy. My number 6 is called Just Friends. It is with Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart. Have you heard of that movie, or have you seen that, James?
I've seen that a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, it is from I didn't realize how long ago it was until I looked up the year, and I was like, oh, I'm older than I thought. That, when it came out, was oh my God, I couldn't get enough of it. So funny, so funny. And Anna Faris is in it too, and she is just psycho, but in a hilarious way. If anybody hasn't seen it, I don't want to give the full thing away, but even the way the movie starts with Ryan Reynolds singing, it is so funny. So funny. And it takes place around the holiday time. Ryan Reynolds comes back home and he kind of reconnects with his old best friend who he's a crush on, Jamie Palomino. And you'll see how that plays out if you choose to watch it, if those of you have not watched it. But Just Friends, love that movie.
Now, before I get to my number 6, I'd like everybody in the Peanut Gallery put down their favorite Christmas movies too. I forgot to mention that earlier. Because I'd like to know what you all like too. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Die Hard in there. I'm sure of that. Okay, so for my number 6, some people say it's not a Christmas movie, but I believe it is because it does revolve around Christmas time, and I always cry at this movie. It's a Wonderful Life with James Stewart. When the bell rings and somebody says, the little girl says, every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. I'm getting emotional thinking of that scene.
Oh,
I just love that movie. It's so good. When he's running down the street, he's like saying "Merry Christmas" to all the different stores. "Merry Christmas, movie house." Because that scene's in Gremlins when his mom is watching that.
yes.
So
Yes.
I think this movie is fantastic.
You know what,
So
James? This is your channel. You make the rules. So if it's not a traditional Christmas movie and you say it is, that's what we're going with.
yeah, a lot of people say it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a good one, Mimi. I like that movie. Yes, Miracle on 34th Street, black and white version. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to move on to old Scrooge. Yeah, Elf. Good ones. I got to look at some of these things here. Ah, Nick's Final Buddy. Let me give you a wrench.
Bill says Mr. Magoo, Christmas Carol.
Yeah, but my favorite is the 1966 Dr. Seuss How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That
Mm.
I love that one. Christmas is not Christmas without it. I still have to watch that. So now we're going to move on to number 5.
Okay, my number 5 is Home Alone. I think everybody's
Oh,
familiar
yes.
with that. Again, that came out when I was a kid. Macaulay Culkin playing Kevin McAllister, and the two burglars that go burglarize the home when he's there. And for a kid, he's just so smart and so creative, and it's just so funny. It's so because those burglars are dumb, but they're just so funny to watch. And my favorite part of the movie is it's the classic one when his mom realizes she's gone. It's like, Kevin!
My favorite scene is when Daniel Stern's lying on his back and the spider lands on his head and he screams like a girl. He's like, "Ah." Oh my God, tears were streaming down my cheeks in the theater. I was laughing so hard. I was like dying. It was so funny. Or when Joe Pesci slips on the ice when he's going down, or
Yep.
the Christmas ornaments when he steps on them with bare feet. Classic. I'm surprised I didn't put that on my list. I thought I had, but I didn't. So now my number 5 is a classic. There is one from 1994 with Mara Wilson and Richard Attenborough, but that one really sucks in my opinion. It's terrible. Nothing can compare to Miracle on 34th Street, 1947, with Natalie Wood. That one is a classic. If you want to watch Miracle on 34th Street, that's the version to watch because it's the best one. Nothing else can compare to that version of the film. And what is Bill Kay saying here? Let's see. Christmas Carol, 1938. The 1938 A Christmas Carol starring Reginald Owen is the first American full-length feature film version of Dickens' story. Oh, I never knew that. I'll have to check that one out at some point. But I still like the 1951 with Alistair Sim. But I will check that one out for sure. Okay, next up we have number 4.
Okay. So number 4, I had to, when I was making my list, I kept moving this around because I wanted it closer to my number 1, but I know everybody would give me hell for it if I did. Okay. It is, no one come for me, Edward Scissorhands. So bear with me. Let me explain. One, it has Johnny Depp. So enough said. But obviously it takes place around the holidays. Winona Ryder does an amazing job in that too. That was before she went crazy later on. Then again, Johnny Depp did too. It's such an amazing movie. To me, it's so touching. They, when they fall in love with each other, and like later on when she's telling the story to her own grandkids and she never saw him again, Johnny Depp again as Edward. But where he lives, everything is still, the area is still maintained, with all the greenery and everything. It's just, oh my God, I love that movie. I've always loved that movie. And for everybody knows I'm into ASMR. And that movie is like ASMR dreams. The way the voices are spoken so softly, the noises with Johnny Depp's scissor hands. It's, oh my God, so good. So that is
Oh,
my
I
number
know.
4, Edward Scissorhands.
That is classic. So for my number 4, I wish I had this on Blu-ray. I'm surprised I don't own this film, but this is one of my favorites. And I'm sure it's going to be for a lot of people, A Christmas Story.
I'm
You're going to
surprised
kick
you
your
don't
eye
own
out,
that.
kid, with the Red Ryder BB gun. That movie is so funny. Like when the father buys that lampshade with the leg, with the fishnet stocking there. And the scene that cracks me up every time is when they go to the mall in the Christmas store and they have the Santa Claus and the kid pees on Santa and he's crying and kicks him down that slide. I just like, this movie is so funny. Peter Billingsley. Oh my God, I just love it. It's a great film. Oh, Harry. Hi, Harry. Let me give you a wrench, Harry.
That movie too is, I forget what channel here, because I know you're in Canada and I'm in the States.
Yeah.
It just fell. There's one of the channels that plays it every Christmas and Christmas Eve, just back to back to back to back, 24/7,
Oh yeah.
over and over and over.
AMC plays that. Yeah, I have
That's
AMC.
it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, now we're getting close to the number 1, and after we finish our top 10, I'm going to sing a song, and then after our special guest is going to sing "Happy Birthday" for Richard. So we're now up to number 3.
My number 3 is Elf with Will Ferrell.
Oh, I love that. Santa, I know him.
There's so many good parts in that movie. So Zooey Deschanel, I've been a fan of her since, I know a lot of people, what show was it? The New Girl or something like that came out, and everybody was like, oh, Zooey Deschanel. And I'm like thinking, I've been a fan of hers for a long time. She was, her and her band, She and Him. I've been a fan of them forever and ever. So I've always loved her. She can do no wrong in my eyes. But actually, we just watched Elf, what was it, last weekend? It's so, Will Ferrell just nails it. That role, he nails it. He's so funny. The dad is frustrating, but as we all know, comes around at the end, and his son helps him realize that. And everybody like kind of believing in the spirit of Christmas at the end, where Santa is flying the sled up over everybody. That's my favorite scene. Favorite scene.
My favorite scene is with the spaghetti.
Oh, so gross.
It's gross but funny at the same time. How he puts maple syrup on it and everything, and when he jumps into the tree and the tree falls down.
There's so many. There's so many funny parts in that movie. So.
Oh yeah, classic. So my number 4 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Gotta love Chevy Chase when he lights up the whole house. And then he puts the neighbor's power goes off because he's got so much, he's generating so much power. And then when he gets mad and he kicks the things on the front lawn, and then all of a sudden everything lights up. And then when the grandmother comes and she wraps the cat, remember?
Oh, James, I know.
And then the cat gets electrocuted from the tree.
Oh my God.
And when they're eating dinner and he's cutting open the turkey goes, shh.
Yep.
Oh my God. That is a classic.
Yeah. That was one that almost made my cut, but yeah, I went with a lot more comedies. But yeah, that's an awesome movie.
We're getting close to our number 1. Here we go. Number 2.
Okay, my number 2 is going off of one of your earlier ones, same actor, Tim Allen. Mine is Christmas with the Cranks. So that also has Jamie Lee Curtis.
I love Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, she's amazing. For those that don't know it, again, I don't want to give too much away. Their Christmas traditions are, yearly traditions aren't going to happen when their kids aren't going to come home. So they book a Caribbean cruise instead. But all of a sudden, oh, wait, the daughter's coming home. So they have to scramble. And their neighborhood does elaborate things every Christmas, and when they kind of decide to not do it, the neighbors, have an issue with it, but in a very comedic way. And
Mm-hmm.
I like how everybody in the neighborhood comes together to help the Cranks, and that when the daughter comes, and it's just it's hilarious, but it's such a touching movie at the same time. Just realizing that in the end, yes, a Caribbean cruise would be great, but family's what's important. So
Mm-hmm.
I like that movie.
Now for my number two, it stars Ingrid Bergman and Bing Crosby. It's one of my favorites. It's a sequel to a movie where Bing Crosby plays Father O'Malley in the first one called Going My Way. So this is my number two, and it's a classic. I love this film. The Bells of St. Mary's.
I don't know that one.
They used to play this every year on Christmas on this Canadian channel we have, CTV. Every Christmas Eve they play the Bells of St. Mary's, and they have the Bells of St. Mary's song in here, which I can't sing because I don't remember the lyrics too well. But there's a nativity scene where this little boy is telling the story, and he's saying it all in one breath, and then you think the kid's going to pass out, but he's trying to tell the story of the first Christmas when Jesus is born and everything, and it's cute and hilarious at the same time. So that's my number two, the Bells of St. Mary's. So now we're getting to number one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Number one, yes.
My number one, and I went with a comedy. I went with Bad Santa, which has Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh my God, that movie's so funny.
Yes, Tony Cox. There's John Ritter's in there.
Lauren Graham.
Bernie Mac. Lauren Tom. So many great actors. And Billy Bob Thornton, for all of the negative publicity he gets, he does such a great job in this. And he really, when I think of Billy Bob Thornton, I think of him in this role, let's be honest. And it's so funny. But what's really touching is his bond and relationship with Thurman, the little chubby kid. And so funny. It's such a I don't want to say trashy funny movie, but it's just one of those. It's not one of those touching movies where you get emotional. It's the complete and total opposite, but it's really great. So, and I laugh it's so hilarious every time I see it. So my number one is Bad Santa.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. And now my number one, I'm gonna make myself big again. This also stars Bing Crosby again. And it also has Danny Kaye and Rosemary Clooney and Vera Ellen. And I think you might just know what it is. Snow, snow, snow. Soon we'll all be there with snow. White Christmas.
Yes.
I love this movie. Now, if this doesn't make you cry at the end, then there's something wrong with you. But this movie is a classic. I love this movie. I can watch this any time of the year, and it's just a feel-good movie. You could be having the worst day of your life. Any time of the year, you put this on, it's going to perk you up right away. It's always going to make you have a better day, and then your day will be so much better after watching White Christmas. And one song I really love in here is called "Count Your Blessings" when Bing Crosby sings that. Such a great movie. And now what I'm going to do while I'm still up here, I'm not going to make myself big to do this. Now, before I do my honorable mentions that I have, I'm going to sing White Christmas for everyone. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. With every Christmas card I write, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. There you go, White Christmas.
So good.
Thank
Oh, that
you.
was so good, James.
And now we're going to I have 3 honorable mentions that did not make the list, but, I still had to mention them, so I'm going to make myself big. Now, this one, the first one I'm about to show, it had mixed reviews, but I went to see it in the theater. There was a lot of kids there. I didn't care, and I love Disney films. And this one, you're all familiar with the Nutcracker, so I'm sure you know where I'm going to go with this one. Now, this one, I thought the storyline was fantastic. I thought the acting was superb, and it stars Mackenzie Foy, Helen Mirren, and Morgan Freeman, the Nutcracker in the Four Realms, and Keira Knightley. I forgot Keira Knightley's in there too. This movie is fantastic. I love the period costumes. I like the set design and everything. When I saw it in the theater, I saw it in 3D, and the 3D was fantastic. And when she goes in all the Four Realms, it's beautiful. Such a great film. So this one, The Nutcracker in the Four Realms, if you've not seen this and you have Disney Plus, watch this film. I highly recommend it. And now my next honorable mention is, it's not a Christmas movie because there's really no Christmas scenes in it, but every Christmas is not Christmas without watching The Sound of Music with Julie Andrews. I love this film. Every year I watch it. And this is also on Disney Plus because they milk it out for 4 hours on regular TV when the movie's actually 2 hours and 55 minutes altogether. But I love this film, and my favorite song in here is Edelweiss when Captain Von Trapp sings that. So this movie is a classic, and I first saw this in the 70s in the theater with my parents and my sister. So this has always held a special place in my heart. And then the last one, this is the best version I've ever seen. This is from 1994, and of course, it stars my major crush, Winona Ryder, Little Women.
Oh, yep.
And I have read the book. And one of the greatest lines in this film, and it's so true, when Susan Sarandon, who plays Marmee, says, "Don't let the sun go down upon your anger." I just think that's a beautiful line. And it's so true. So we have a young Kirsten Dunst, Trini Alvarado, Winona Ryder, and Claire Danes. This is at the height of her like she was just becoming very popular on that short-lived series, which I wish had more seasons, My So-Called Life, which I absolutely love that show. So those are my honorable mentions. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the special guest who is going to sing Happy Birthday for Richard. Hold on. I got to get that certain person.
Who could it be? Drum roll. Let's admire James's holiday sweater. Richard, I hope you're ready.
Hello, everybody. Kissy, kissy. Oh, Danielle, you look so pretty. Oh, my God, this is so wonderful to be here, everybody. And now, I love Christmas. You know, it's such a beautiful time. You like my reindeer antlers? I'm going to be part of Santa's sleigh. I hope he takes me because I'm unemployed right now. So I need some help, James. So I'm going to sing now for Richard for his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Ow! Happy birthday to you. Ow! Happy birthday, Richard Sipanowski. Hope I said that right. Happy birthday to you. Kissy, kissy. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
That was awesome. You know what, Richard? No birthday greeting's going to top that. And you get that here right on YouTube. on James's channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Piggy. So I hope you all
Awesome.
enjoyed Miss Piggy. So I hope you enjoyed our top 10 Christmas movie countdown. This was really fun video to make, and for the people that are not here that could not make it, it'll be up as a video, and you can watch it anytime, day or night. So just stay with me, Danny, when we go off screen, and we will see you soon. And as I say in my channel, Beatles forever. Peace and love. See you later. Bye.
Bye.